Yeah, I find it fascinating everything that you're doing, John, because it's just with everything going on, the handling the booking and doing all this other stuff. I mean, it just for an independent, it's a lot of freaking work. People don't understand that.
Oh yeah, no, it's a ton of work. I mean, what I don't think people understands is, with a label, when you've got that and you've got a management team and all this stuff, you've got the artist basically just being able to do mainly make calls on things and
Yeah,
then uh perform, right? And create and do art, which is great. I'd love to get there. But what an independent does is everything else, so I manage the company. I manage the publishing company as well. We have our own label as well that we manage, and then and those are all, they're almost ancillary duties. They're not really full
yeah,
time things. The full time stuff is the management and the booking, which we have used booking agencies and things before, and we're still linked up with TKO, but we're using them basically for like fairs and bigger things sometimes.
yeah.
Um, but the every day to day booking stuff that we do, that's all me, and my wife helps out with that, and yeah, we run it all. And then like a release, we just released a new song with Struggle Jennings, Sons of the Spark, and it's doing real well, but we're doing all that too, the promotion work and everything else. So yeah. And
Yeah,
some
it's a
venues are
lot.
not as good about promotion, so we're promoting for them too. So it's constant. Every day you're doing something. Even when I'm on the road, I've got my laptop out, sitting back there in my bunk and working on, what are we gonna get next? What are we gonna work on next? So
Oh yeah, and then well, I mean,
I don't
are
sleep much anymore.
eh, what is that exactly? I haven't figured that out, but
Yeah, exactly.
it's because I mean, with all of the internet stuff and everything, they're even
Mhm.
telling people to do like Facebook lives or
Oh,
Instagram lives and show people stuff and do this and do that. And I'm just like, y'all ain't got time. They don't understand this.
yeah, the content creation is huge because that is the majority of where all your marketing is coming from now,
Yeah.
and is directed to. So, I mean, it used to be, like Dad, he would get on a TV show. That was a good marketing piece, or he'd have the radio programs. Well, and guys and gals used to do radio tours.
Yeah.
You still see a lot of this stuff happening, but honestly, it's kind of it's a dying industry that's taking its last breaths. A lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
I've done some TV spots, I've done some radio stuff as well, but I don't see as much of a return on investment from it. I don't see it getting out to as many folks, and a lot of the stuff now is like this podcasts. If it's connected to the internet, that's majority where people are getting all their information now. So
Yeah.
yeah, the social media is a huge part, and it's finicky because it's not just, well, I post things. It
Yeah.
is, you have to post the right content at the right times, a certain amount of times. Anybody who's gotten into this starts to see it's a big task to manage it every day. And in fact, I just hired a social media manager and marketer, who a marketing person who is actually she's quite a big deal, and she's being very kind to me, to help me out. And so yeah, we're working with her to, I'll just say her name, Kim Slyman, or I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Liz Slyman. We're working with her to get this thing rolling better, because I don't have enough time in the day to make all the content and do everything that you need to do to be able to build these websites, and are not websites, but
Yeah.
social media sites. And yeah, it's a big deal. I know,
Oh yeah. I mean, that's well, that's the weird part about it is because grassroots promotion,
hmm
they actually added me on their radio tour for these artists because of the different type of content I can do with these artists, and get
Yep.
them out there better. That's
I
what I
guess
hate.
It really is still radio tours, but
Yeah.
it's just the platform is different, right? Because
Yeah.
we're not really dealing with terrestrial as much. We're dealing with
Right.
internet and internet radio. Or internet
Yeah.
radio is a big one too, and it's a hard one. It's a hard one to get onto, but
Well, I mean, you got a lot of radio stations out there, like the old
mhm.
timey radio stations.
Yep.
They're actually doing podcasts and they're actually doing all kinds of stuff.
Well, they know they you got to now. So,
Yeah.
and we actually there's a thing called Play MPE, which throws out all of the your releases and things like that to all of the industry, a radio, and yeah, we run a campaign with that for songs and stuff too. So, yeah, we're not gotten rid of it yet. We're still using it, but yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
it's a different world for sure, and it's a lot of time. And you've got to have a team now. There's just no way. And we've been building a team for a while now, and it's just finding the right people.
Yeah. And that's what it takes. I mean, that's something I tell a lot of these younger artists coming out, get you a really good team
Yep.
of good friends that can actually help do certain things.
Oh yeah, certainly. The friend team is the best thing to start with.
Oh yeah.
Because they're gonna charge you less, and they're gonna. But the biggest thing, it's not even the charging you how much. It's do they believe in you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You've got to have people that believe in what you're doing.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, you can pay anybody, but that don't mean they're going to believe in what you're doing. I mean, they just want that money.
Yep. Yeah, and a lot of people in this business will take advantage of you. I mean, I learned that from Dad, just watching everything in the business that he had to deal with, and working as his road manager and all that. It wasn't eye opening really, because it was just what I grew up with. But I mean, it's just what it is. It's like well, it's the same thing. Like if my dad was a farmer, I'd have learned everything about farming then, and you're not really exposed to much there. When you take on the farm yourself, you kind of know what to expect.
Right.
The difference in this case is I went from 1990 in that era of the business, got out, went to the Army and everything. Well, I actually did a couple other things. I went to computer engineering and then I went on to the Army.
Yeah.
And came back and everything had changed. And it was all this. And this is evolving now. AI is changing things. The industry is always in flux because there's somebody sues BMI, or somebody sues Sony or whatever, and so all of a sudden the tables turn and things change, and now you've got to figure out how to adapt to it. And that's pretty much what we're in right now. The economy's changing, the way things are happening. For a touring band, like me, we're touring nationally. I got to deal with these fuel prices now, and that was unexpected. So we've already booked for what we booked for. So but now we gotta figure out what we're going to do, and it's just something you got to weather.
Oh yeah, and just
it's not different from farming. And I always tell my guys this. I always tell them, I was like, so how I always say, man, I think next year's going to be good. Next year's going to be good. We got this lining up and that lining up. And it's always because, just like with a farmer every year is like, well, we had a few hard hits this year, but next year will be better. You always have this hope that next year's going to be better no matter what. That's just like farming, doing this.
That encompasses a lot. Just next year will be better. Trust me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And you got to have the hope, I guess.
You got to. I mean, it's one of those things.
It sounds all grim, but it's not grim. This is just the things that are going on. Like we've got, like, on my side, I got a lot of good things happening. I got a great band. I've got and we just brought on a new drummer, and we're real excited about him. We've got let's see, the new single that came out. I've got 15 songs that are coming out this year that we recorded, and they're all usually, like with an album, I've got like one or two or three maybe. I'm like, these are okay. Yeah. This one, man, I really like most all the songs on here, and it's a little bit of a different, more updated sound. I'm excited because people are, I think, are going to like it real well. So yeah, it's it's always fun to have new music coming out, and man, we're lining up for some good publicity and things like that. And there's lots of good things. Going out to California, having a big show with Geth and Jenkins. I mean, there's all kinds of neat stuff going on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we're in aren't the fairs and all this other stuff they're starting to kick off now. So
yep, you got all that going on too. And yeah, and we've got, I can't remember, we got a couple fairs that we're working this year too. And yeah, I do more honky tonks than I do fairs, but yeah. Not that it's not a child safe show. It's just yeah, a lot of drinking talk and stuff. So
well, it's
yeah.
Sometimes those particular songs are more apt in a honky tonk.
Yes, sir.
That is not my phone ringing, I'm telling you.
Oh.
She's picking on me, telling me I got to turn my phone off. And I'm like, my phone is not.
Oh, it's not mine.
It's been on silent ever since we've been sitting here.
Yeah, mine's silent.
I hear a little Tweety bird.
There's a Tweety bird around here somewhere. Okay.
I don't know. My dog was shaking his head over there. Maybe her collar. I don't know.
There ain't no telling. How many acres you got out there?
I'm only on about 11 acres. And for lavender, which I grow, we only have about an acre of that. Now we're getting ready to move to Texas, and we're going to take the entire operation, which moving a farm is an insane measure anyway, but
yeah,
he's got all the equipment, everything else you got to move. And we're going from Virginia to Texas, and we are probably going to expand another to 2 acres of lavender, about an acre, or no, probably another 2 acres of pumpkins, and then and then we are debating garlic. So these are all crops that are, except for the pumpkins, both those 2 crops are pretty easy to maintain and deal with.
Yeah.
And with me doing music and everything else too, and then my wife is still in the military, so which I am an active ready reserve guy, so
yeah,
she's still in doing her thing. So there's just not a lot of, again, time is the big crunch for everything, isn't it? But, yeah. So, but anyway, we got those crops that we're gonna expand into, and do that down in Texas. And the move is gonna be interesting. But 2028 we should be there, and it'll be an interesting place to grow, and as far as the music's concerned, and also it's a nice jump off point for the rest of the United States with touring.
Well, that's what I was thinking about, because you'll be literally at a point where you can go pretty much anywhere out of Texas, because from Virginia, it's either north, south, or east.
All the way west. All the way west. Yep. All the way west. Yep.
Because the whole east part of it would be like what? Maybe 100 miles or something to the beach. I mean,
oh yeah, that's about it. Hit the ocean.
Yeah. Which is not.
What do you say?
It's nice to go to the beach every now and then, but
yeah, Virginia Beach is interesting and fun, but it's definitely not. The Northeast is harder for an independent country act to tour as much. They like country music up there too, but it's just not as popular. It just doesn't work out as well. Plus, logistics stuff too. Lots of toll roads and all that fun stuff. I took the van and the trailer into New York City a couple times, and what a pain! What a pain! I don't like driving through New York.
Well, I mean, I drove big truck through it every now and then, and it was like, you got to pay for this bridge, you got to pay for that bridge, you got to do this, do that, and it was insane. And
we're tall too, so we take all the truck routes, because the last thing I want is to rip the air conditioners off of the vehicles.
Exactly. You got to stay in that limit, man. I mean, it's that's like some of the bridges in New York and Chicago, man. They're 10 foot, 9 foot.
Oh yeah.
You gotta be cool about all that.
We ran into that in Chicago as well, and we played a place called Broken Hearts Club, and yeah, we were underneath the subway and everything, sitting there, and then when
Yeah.
we left, we ended up stuck. We were trying to go that one way and couldn't go, and the bridge was too small, and it was like, oh boy, this will be fun to figure out. And that's when we decided right then we were going to go ahead and get a big truck GPS.
Yeah, you definitely got to have one. That's what I use when I was out.
That thing's great too, man. It tells you all kinds of stuff. It tells you where the next Love's truck stop is and everything.
Oh yeah, it's that's one of the things about technology I did like.
Oh yeah,
it helped out so much.
Yep. But yeah, no, that's that's it. We got the touring coming up and all that. We got a big show, like I said, coming up there in Pomona, California, with Gethin Jenkins and Victoria Bailey. Gethin's like an amazing. If you haven't heard his stuff, he's an amazing songwriter. It was funny because he grew up in Huntington, West Virginia, and we're close to the same age. And I went to part of my middle school and elementary school and stuff there in Huntington, Chesapeake, Virginia, or Chesapeake. Yeah. I'm sorry, Ohio. Huntington, West Virginia is right across the river. But yeah, I grew up kind of the same area and stuff. And yeah, we've been getting along ever since. Me and him, he's pretty good guy. And he's gonna be playing there. And Victoria Bailey, she is just this really good up and coming rising star, man. Great country music. She's a good writer, good singer. Yeah. So it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that one, obviously. Yeah. So
yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds like it. I mean, it's are y'all gonna be anywhere close to Nashville on one of these?
We are. I'm trying to set up a few shows with one, looking at possibly, it's not set yet, but possibly in July we're gonna be Third and Lindsay. And then I'm trying to get another act to join in with me on that one. And then Basement East, we're probably gonna hit that a couple times this year.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So yeah, I've debated also because I really like one of my favorite places is Music City Bar and Grill out there.
Yeah,
Music Valley. Yeah, because every time I go in there, it's always people that I either knew Dad or I knew coming up and things like that, and it's just it's a very homecoming type place. Yeah, especially if you like the older style and like what we kind of call traditional now, I guess, country music. Yeah. But and they've got a lot of they get Music City Playboys and stuff are playing there. But yeah, either there or because they own Troubadour as well. We'll play one of those.
And the Palace, you do Nashville Palace every now and then.
Yeah, I haven't got I haven't got a good contact with them. I mean, I know how to reach out to them, but I haven't got a good contact with them yet. So we'll see what happens. Maybe. Yeah,
because I mean, it's well, I mean, you got the Troubadour, then you got the Nashville Palace, then you got what's the other one?
Scoreboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, I'm real familiar.
Yeah.
That is pretty much my area when I come into town. If I'm gonna go out and listen to music.
Yeah, because ever since you got on, I've been sitting there thinking, I've seen you somewhere before. I've run into you somewhere, but we didn't talk.
Okay.
But
it might have been around there.
I have seen you somewhere in Nashville. So, I mean,
well, and I've played, was I playing music or was I just hanging out?
No, you were just hanging out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's most likely probably around there. Every once in a while, I might go see what's happening down on Broadway, but yeah, it's just too much chaos down there, and yeah.
Dude, I was born and raised in this town, and I know you was born and raised here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm good with Hendersonville.
Man, well, like Legends used to be a cool place. AJ's used to be a cool place.
Yeah,
it was the Wagon Wheel before. And I mean, and then Broken Spokes, the spoke is gone. And that used to be out there, Goodlettsville area and all that kind of stuff. And used to have a bunch of places that were really good for, live music, and it's kind of withered. It's withered down. I mean, and downtown is, they're all playing. I mean, we can gripe about that all day, but you know what I mean. It's all cover band rock stuff for the most part. They're trying to keep people drinking and excited, and I got it. But man, it's just not, not what it used to be. And I hate to say it that way, but it's also just not what it could be to represent Nashville in a more appropriate way for what Nashville really should be or is, but yeah, I don't know. It's a circus down there now, and it's not really, I'll go down there and play. And when I go down there, I'm not going to play. I'm going to play what I want to play. So it's either Chiefs, because Chiefs is, you can go in and set up a ticketed show and play what type of music you're going to play. But that's about it down there now. I can't really think of any other place. Can you?
Not right off the top of my head. I mean,
me either. I think Chiefs is about the only one that's still where you can get a show that isn't, programmed like, the rest of the bar band type stuff.
Well, I mean, there's so many corporations now that they want things to be a certain way, and I'm not big on that. I mean, because, being born and raised and being downtown all the daggum time, it's just, you probably remember there used to be a little candy shop down there called Candyland.
Yep.
And I used to love to go down there and get a banana split, and you would always hear music coming from these bars, and it wasn't cover songs. It was these artists playing their actual songs that they wrote. And that's what I miss the most.
And I mean, I guess you got a little bit of that. But they got to be like special nights now, like songwriter nights and things like that. And there's only a few venues that'll do that stuff. One of them that's still upholding it but it's not on Broadway is, like Third and Lindsay. Yeah. Ron does a great job with that place, and you've got a few, and then, I mean, you get like it's a basement. We were just talking about Basement East and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. They're not down there though, and heck, they got rid of, what is it? It's, I can't remember the name of it, but it's the same area where like it's over in West End. Like Gold Rush used to be over there. It's gone now, but that area right there where you have.
Well, I know that the end is still there and the exit end is still there, but they were more of
that's bluegrass.
The end and the exit end went into rock, and they went into all these other things.
Oh, you're talking about Station Inn. I got you. Yeah.
But there was another place over there that was primarily country, and it wasn't that big of a bar either. I mean, it was just a nice little place. And
was it Gold Rush?
No, Gold Rush was a restaurant.
And a big bar. I know I've been there quite a few times. Drank there quite a few times, I should say. But no.
I've been there, but I can't remember when I was there. So
it's gone now. But
and
I was thinking of when I said bluegrass, I was thinking of Station Inn, and they're still around. I love that place. That place is so cool. But it's interesting to see the evolution of it all. Most of the stuff like what we're talking about is out there all on Music Valley Drive and all that kind of stuff out by the Opryland. Well, the Opry.
Yeah. And that's
not anymore.
I don't know what it is anymore.
It's a mall. It's a mall and the Grand Ole Opry right next to a mall.
Well,
that don't say corporate at all, does it?
No. And supposedly there's a comedian that is actually talking about opening up a new little place for people to like an old Opryland, but he's kind of thinking more like a Dollywood kind of thing and just bringing it all together. So we'll wait and see what happens for that. So I'm just curious how that is actually going to work.
Yeah.
Which comedian?
Oh, that Nate guy.
I don't know.
I can't remember his name. It was like Nate Land is what he's wanting to have.
Nate Land?
Yeah, Nate Land. It's like Opryland, but Nate Land.
Boo.
It's weird.
I'm wondering if this is a joke too of his.
Right.
There is no telling. But
that's funny.
But he was actually, I've seen him on a thing, and he was actually talking about that is one thing that is Nashville is missing is actually having a good
Yeah.
park like they used to.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean,
Opryland did pretty good from what I understood. I know they had their, like with any theme park, they got problems as far as, keeping their finances where they need to be. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like they did okay. And then,
yeah. Well, I
and
mean,
it was kind of an abrupt closing too.
you remember back in the day, I mean, hell, fanfare was going on and you could do fanfare and you got to go to Opryland and all this whole big, huge thing went on.
Oh yeah.
That was
Heck, it would be if an investor could afford it, it would be amazing just across the river to put like a smaller theme park together that has a country theme to it. Man, it would be. I can't imagine how well that would do. You know what I mean? So
I think it'd do better than a football field.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Oh, I don't know.
I guess they need to leave this to us. We need to just be the city planners. What do you say?
Yeah, we can just sit down and look at it and take a look. And
we're bored. Both of us are Nashville boys. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, because I actually was raised up right there off of Jones Avenue and Trinity Lane.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I was born down there at Baptist Hospital.
Yeah.
Well, it's not Baptist now, but I was born in Baptist, and then we lived out the west part of town there for a little bit, and then we were down there in the fancy part a little bit, which I won't say names, and then we ended up moving, and then it was just constant in and out of Nashville, and hell, lived in over there on Music Row at Spence Manor for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were living there for just a short while, but still, yeah. I mean, yeah, constantly in and out of Nashville. It still feels like I'm there more there than I am at home. But yeah, that is what it is.
It's a nice place to visit. I can say that.
Yeah, I actually lived out at Mount Juliet for a couple years. I liked it out there. It was just far enough to be separate from all the chaos of downtown, but close enough to get into town and do work and do things. And
they also had a lot of amazing musicians that actually lived in Mount Juliet.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I mean, that's one thing I loved when, Charlie and everything going on with him and all the things that, if I could go back,
there's a guy to miss, I'll tell you.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah. But yeah, and Franklin too. Franklin's not a bad place. A little expensive, but it's not a bad place.
Yeah, Franklin's nice.
It's overpopulated now.
That's fair. That's a good answer right there. You just leave that where it goes.
I love that they actually took the old Franklin Theater and redone it, and you can play there. You can play there now.
I am going to be playing there. I'm going to be playing there next year. We were set up for this year, and we changed it. And we're going to be there next year. And I'm playing a lot of theaters next year too, which is interesting. But yeah.
I love how they've been actually refurbishing a lot of these old theaters and turning them into venues, man.
Yeah, they're cool too. They're really neat. I love playing theaters. It's a neat feeling, and plus it's a historical feel, and I don't know. It feels a little bit better than a bar sometimes or a honky tonk, but I like honky tonks too. Because you're right. Some of these honky tonks, man, I'm like, a foot away from the fan, and it's like you're right there, and you get real good energy. But it's a different type of vibe with a theater, and I like it too.
Well, I mean, you remember back in the day, I mean, it was a lot of these icons started out playing school gymnasiums, man.
Yep.
All over the country. And it was just amazing what all they were able to do.
Yeah, I know probably a lot of young artists would find it weird now, but it used to be the thing. And it was just because, I mean, it was what they don't understand, especially with country music, is, you know, independent country artists at that time were going to play anywhere they possibly could and set up
Oh
a
yeah.
show anywhere that you could seat as many people as you could, and then charge as little as you could to get as many people in.
Yeah.
And the system's kind of flipped a little bit now. It's weird, but yeah. It's like, I don't understand. It's like, now we want to charge, you know, $3,000 for a ticket and put them in the biggest stadium we got. And it's like, oh man, yeah. I got it. That's a superstardom thing. But even with me, you know, I'll get a venue that has, let's say they seat 500 people and they want to charge, you know, 40 to $50 a ticket. And it's like, you can't do that. It's just going to bleed people dry. And I'll drive them down on the price and try to get it where it's more reasonable. And it's
people give me heck because, you know, I'll rattle off about going to municipal auditorium and getting these tickets, you know, $12.50, $15, something like that, you know. And we were seeing Ozzy and Van Halen and going to the jam that Charlie had, you know, the volunteer and all these great things that we were seeing back in the day, you know, and we didn't pay over $30 for a ticket.
Yeah. Yeah. And even if you do like look at inflation and stuff too, that's still significantly cheaper than what they're charging for these major shows now.
Yeah.
You know, and that's, I try to keep mine around 10 to $20 somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I figured that, you know, that's easy enough, but then, you know, and it's not all venues, by the way, not all venues are trying to, you know, just bleed everyone dry. Some of them are run very well. They understand the, you know, their client and customers, and you know, they do great with this. But yeah, it try to keep that price down and make it to where it's like, okay, we're all going to be able to survive on this. This is good. And we'll get people in and people have a good time, and yeah, it'll work out well. But right now it's hard because with the economy the way it is, you know, people are afraid to spend their money and they don't have the money, and it's rough. But yeah, we'll get out there, and I'm trying to do more free shows, see if we can get more things like that where you know what I mean? Like where the venue doesn't charge a ticket price or anything. And, you know, people come in, have a few drinks and eat and enjoy some music.
Yeah. And then, you know,
forget about their problems for, you know, an hour and a half or so.
Yeah. And everybody has a little bit of good fun, you know?
Exactly. You know, that's another interesting thing. It's a generational difference, it feels like too, because a lot of we see a lot of younger people that aren't wanting to go out to shows, and they don't want to go to, you know, bars and honky tonks and stuff like that as much. It's I don't know. I think they're missing out on some stuff.
I think when somebody says that, you know, they're going to a honky tonk or going to hear a honky tonk band, I think a lot of them get like some kind of ick or something about them, you know, because they've never been, they've never experienced it, you know?
Yeah.
But
the whole honky tonk thing is, I don't know if it's got a stigma or whatever with the term, but all it is just a bar or venue, you know, with a country music band. That's really all it is. And you know, now, yes, are there some venues that are a little sketch, maybe a little worrisome? Well, for some people, that's their thing, and they like that. You know, and I like them too. You know, if you know, we used to call them dive bars, right? So, and I like that kind of venue too. I also like the real polished ones too. They're nice, you know. But yeah, you don't have to go to you don't got to go to a dive bar. You can go to a polished one, or you can go to a dance hall. I like dance halls too. I work those. And it's I don't know. I think I don't know. It's just a different generational curve thing that's happening, and maybe it'll come around.
I hope it does, man, because I'm telling you, a lot of these people, they're missing out on a lot of really, really good music, good times too, and you make friends when you go out if you're doing it right, you know.
that's the thing too. It's like socializing. Go out and socialize. Have fun. You know,
Yeah.
invite the next table over to your table and you know and just socialize with people, talk with people, have a good time.
Yeah, and if you get into a fight, shake hands afterwards, buy that person a beer, and have fun.
Well,
I know you remember
Dave,
that.
you just scared them all off. You shouldn't have done that. I had them rooked in, and then you went to the fight route.
Well, nowadays,
I used to like to do that, but yeah, I grew up and changed a little bit. I think we all do, but yeah,
that's the bad part.
Army guys fighting with Air Force guys and things like that, or Marines usually, but anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of differences. Okay, so I blowed this all to hell. So anyway.
But yeah, that's true too. A lot of times you'd shake hands with whoever and just like, all right, buy you a beer and let's have a good time now.
Yeah, just have a good time because I've got some friends for life after that.
Oh yeah, one of my best friends. It started out with a ruckus, and me and him are now great friends. An Indiana farmer, Steve Colstorf. I'll drop his name.
Yeah,
and I'd have whooped his butt if he would have. Anyway, all right. He's big. He's a big boy, big corn-fed boy.
Oh damn! I don't know. That just scared me right off the bat. Nope. I ain't doing it.
Yeah. But
so,
no, yeah.
When you're doing shows out on the road and stuff, are you gonna be able to hook up? Maybe Struggle be in the area and get him to come in on that song.
We're actually working on a show in Houston right now that we might be linking up on. I think that's on the 12th of it's on the 12th of June. So coming up, Scouts. I think the Scouts Bar, but
yeah.
We haven't got it finalized yet. We might be doing that. We might not. I'm not sure. But yeah, we're trying to link up and do a couple shows together, and we'll probably do the song together. And we'll work it out. Yeah, I like and Struggle. Struggle's cool, man. He is. I'm not the hip hop type of music and all that kind of stuff, but I can appreciate what he does and some of those guys and what they do. And he struggles. He's part of that Jennings family, man. And the Jennings guys, they're pretty cool. I like most of them. I like all of them actually. But it's a good song, good recording, and working with him has been a pleasure, and it's been fun. And it's fun to see him come over, and he is doing more country style music, which is it was surprising to hear and see. And yeah, he's got some good stuff, man. And he's a funny guy too. Fun. He's funny and fun. So yeah. We'll see what happens. But I think we're trying to line all that up. But you know how that goes. It's dealing with a lot of the management and things.
Oh yeah, I love those people in management.
Yeah, they've always got their hand and a say in it, and just got to have.
Oh yes, it drives me nuts.
But yeah, anyway. We're doing that. Like I said, working with Gethin this year too, Gethin Jenkins. Who else we were linking up with? We're linking up with a couple others, and I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, and yeah, that's the only other act I'm working with as far as recording this year. But might be some stuff for next year. We'll let that come out when it comes out.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, hook up with Wade and see what he's got going on. I mean, it's
Wade's a good one too. Yeah, I was in one of his videos last year, year before. I was in one of his videos. But Wade's a good cat. I like him too.
Wade's awesome. I mean, I remember when I first started my podcast, he actually agreed to be on and kind of helped me reach on out there a little bit more, and
sure.
He's a great guy. I think he's got a album release coming up at the Troubadour.
I think that's right. Matter of fact, yep. I was invited to that, but I don't think I can make it. I'm going to be on tour.
I'll be there, but if you stop by, we won't tell nobody. Just come on in.
Fair enough. or just say I was there, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, John,
No,
thank you.
yeah, I like all them. Who else am I? There's a couple guys in Texas I've been looking at working with some. I'm doing more and more work with a lot of the Texas artists. I got into the CMA of Texas, and yeah, Texas has been real kind to me and kind of
Yeah.
welcomed me with open arms. But I'm doing a lot of the same style of music that resonates there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah,
And that, I love what Texas is actually doing with keeping the heritage of country music.
Yep. It fits and it feels better there, and people like it, and they come out. You still got dance halls and dance clubs. When you walk into a venue and they don't have a dance floor, it's a little disappointing. It really is, because especially for us up on the stage, because I'm like, man, getting people out on that dance floor and watching them go it's just a good feeling when you're playing. So, I'm always trying to encourage people to come out and dance and things like that. I'll pick people that are sitting by themselves out in the crowd and be like, hey, this young lady over here needs a dance partner. Why don't you go?
There you go.
Always trying to rile them up and get them out there. But
you're single and you're single. Y'all need to dance. Come on.
Y'all need to dance. Make some friends here. It's one song. It's only a couple minutes. Calm down.
Just have some fun, man. That's all you got.
So, but yeah, no, we resonate real well there. And I do a lot of I do some Texas swing songs. I've always liked Texas swing, and I always record a couple on every album. And yeah, it just we go over well there. It feels like home to me. That's why we're one of the reasons why we're moving there. The other one is because my daughters are all getting ready to go to college, and they all want to go to. I think they're all going to become Aggies. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, that's where they're pretty sold on Texas A&M right now, and we'll see what happens.
Hey, I couldn't think of a better reason to go.
Yeah, being close to the girls, and being able to start up another farm and possibly some ranch. And I don't know if we're going to take on any animals this time or not, but and then perfect place for the rest of the music career until I ride off into the sunset.
Yeah, and build a studio while you're at it. Yeah,
maybe. That's funny you mentioned that, because somebody else told me to do that there's not enough studios in the Texas, to the Triangle. And I was like, really? Yeah. I would have thought there would have been more in Austin, but evidently there's not a lot of high dollar studios that have like good professional recording.
Right.
And everything else. So I don't know.
With the technology today, you don't really need a whole lot like we used to do in the studios back in the day.
Yeah.
Everything's more centralized, and you can have a 42 channel board and do some phenomenal things.
Oh yeah, you can. And it really comes down, honestly, to the producer. A good producer can just work miracles. My producer, Bill McDermott, man, he's great. He knocks my socks off every time. So he is Nashville based, but yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he could take a trip to Texas.
Yes, true. Have airline ticket, will travel, right?
Exactly. That's all you need to do.
Yes, sir.
John,
yeah.
Thank you so much for being on, bud. I just been so
talking your ear off.
Hey, I love it. And anytime you get through Nashville, you just want to come and stop and hang out, you're more than welcome to.
Oh, I appreciate it. Let me throw one thing out there. If I tell you what I need from anybody watching your show, I need to be followed on Facebook and Instagram. We're on all those, and got a mailing list that lets you know about all my shows and merchandise and all that kind of stuff out on the website. And everything's easy. It's John Paycheck, not the Johnny. That's the older guy. I'm much prettier than the older one than Dad. I got blonde hair. He had black hair. So
there you go.
Dark brown. But yeah. So yeah, I need people to follow me and play my new single, Sons of the Spark. Me and Struggle Jennings.
Yeah, it's actually a really, really good song, and I was amazed at I Struggle actually came in right where he needed to be.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, wait a minute, that's Struggle?
Yep. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, he when he in studio, man, when we were doing it, it was, and that was the right on the first take, man. He knew, he could hear it.
Wow.
And yeah, it was we of course we ran some other takes and stuff too, but so, yeah, he knew what to do, man. And I jumped up because funny enough, and I'll just mention this real quick. I was a little nervous because he raps mainly, and I'm like, oh man, I hope I think he can, but I hope so. And boy, he got in there, and I was just like, oh man, this guy's awesome. I love him.
Oh yeah, he did awesome.
He did a great job.
I know. So we're going to put your link and everything down below, and everybody can go check it out, and everybody can go listen to the song. I'm telling you, Sons of the Spark, I loved it.
Thank you so much. And it was fun making.
Yep. All right. John, be careful out there, buddy, and we'll talk to you soon.
Will do. Thank you for having me.
All right. We'll see you, bud.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Remember, just like John said, like, share, follow, and subscribe. All of his stuff is under John Paycheck. Go check him out. Hit the subscribe button. Go follow him on Instagram. Go look at all of the things that he's got going on with his touring, where he's going to be playing at. This guy is hitting it, and he's hitting it in the old school way. He loves seeing y'all. He loves meeting you, shaking your hand, taking a picture with you, doing some autographs. Y'all go see him. And you heard exclusively, he might actually have Struggle, and him might play close enough to where they could help each other out on Sons of the Spark on stage. So that would be cool as all get out. So anyway, we're going to get off here. Remember, love you, mean it. Bye.